Whispers in the midnight air, ghostly fingers in my hair, shadows dancing by my bed, echoes of the things they once said.
Welcome to another episode of Ghost Girls.
This is a podcast for the ghost curious,
The skeptics,
the deeply haunted,
and everyone in between, even the non-believers. Who doesn't love a good ghost story? You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
Thank you.
My name is Nicole.
And I'm Leah.
And we're just two giggly, goofy, gaffy girls. And we're here with our husband today.
With our husband.
Okay, it's only Leah's husband.
That's okay. It can be our husband today.
Sean Hamron. And we're going to, actually today we're going to sit down and listen to some
voicemail messages.
Listener call-ins.
Some listener call-ins, some spooky voicemails. Some of you, I did a social media post, and some of you left your ghost stories on my voicemail, not my personal number, but a phone number.
Mhm.
And we're really excited to play them for you. First, I'm going to introduce you to my wonderful husband, the light of my life, Sean Hamron.
Hello. Hello, Ghost Girls.
Hello.
Hello, ghost boy.
You know, I didn't really prepare an intro for you, but I guess I know you pretty well.
It's okay. I'm here, I think, because someone canceled.
Yeah, maybe. But also, you know, spousal obligations. I'm just kidding.
Of course. No, it's good to be here. I've been witnessing this in the making, so here you are doing it. Love it.
What have you
Thanks.
witnessed?
Just all the prep that went into making this thing possible.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's exciting.
Thanks, buddy. Buddy.
We're happy you're here.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Sean Michael Hamron is an amazing comedian.
Very funny
Oh,
stand-up.
you
He's
know
a
my
short-
middle name.
We've talked about it.
Oh, yeah. Did
Um,
I get yours? Marie.
Oh my God, that's it.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Nicole Marie.
Liam.
Brittany. Not to brag.
Oh my God, I love
Not
that.
bragging.
Yeah.
Um,
Very funny comedian. Has a special out on YouTube called Small Face.
And shooting another one in June, although by the time this comes out, I'll probably be
editing.
editing.
Yeah. About to shoot another special. We'll
Yeah.
release it sometime this year, I imagine.
I imagine.
And is you know, he's in the movie It's Complicated.
Jesus Christ.
We can leave that out. He's in it for like 2 minutes and you can watch it on airplanes. And yeah, I think, and he's my husband, and he puts eye drops in our dog's eyes every day.
do.
And that's true love.
Did Betsy come?
Yeah, on the day 2, I believe. she was here.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Was she a good girl?
She's such a good
she
girl.
sat on that
Good.
chair.
Yeah.
She took a nap. She wore her black gothic dress.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask, did you dress her up, put stuff in her hair?
She had like a
or-
Tim
or
Burton-y
fur?
black lace
Cute.
dress on.
Amazing.
So cute.
So Sean, you are an amazing person.
Yes.
Let's start with that.
And we'll start with that. But I need to know before we even get into these voicemails, like, what is your relationship with the paranormal?
I wish I had a better one, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that it's bad. It's non-existent.
You have
Yeah. I'm open to it.
Yeah.
You know, if there are any ghosts listening, I'm open to a haunting or a
Hmm.
disturbance or a premonition
Mm.
but I just, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I haven't been in the wrong places, you know?
Right.
I feel like they don't ghosts like to hide out in like decrepit, you know, old manors.
Often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are any of them in like new condos, you know?
I think sometimes, but usually if those new condos are built where an old decrepit place used to be.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Or
Okay.
like an old burial ground, or like
Okay.
a hotel that used to be a funeral home. you know,
Amazing.
things like
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm open to it. If you know where to go, I would do one of those ghost tourism trips where like,
Yeah.
if a thing is known for, no, I wouldn't. What am I talking about?
You wouldn't do one.
I very much like not being haunted.
Peaceful
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're ghost curious, but not really
Ghost
seeking it out.
curious. Yeah. Ghost curious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the spectrum of
Skeptic.
skepticism,
Yeah.
what percentage skeptic would you say you are?
Oh, I'm not a skeptic at all.
0%.
Really?
Oh yeah. No, I very, very much believe in ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's
never
hot.
had an experience of my own. I feel like enough people have stories. I mean, even just compiling
Yeah.
guests for this podcast, like whenever you mention it to anyone, if they don't have a story, they know someone who has a story,
Yeah.
who knows someone who has a story. So like that's a few too many stories for it to just be totally bogus.
That's the thing, is like the more we hear, the more we're like, how is it not a thing, or there's something going on,
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
Especially because I think we were all talking about this last night because I am having a sleepover at their house too,
Yeah,
which has been
sleepover
really
time.
fun. Sean was asking us if there's like any commonalities with all these stories we've been hearing, and Lee and I were like, yeah, like
Yeah, actually a lot.
there have been,
Huh.
and maybe
Yeah.
if you've been listening to this season for a while, you'll even begin to pick up on these ghosts are manifesting in similar ways, like knocking, utilizing
knocking.
water.
Right. People with sleep paralysis are seeing similar shadow figures and things in their peripheral at
The
the foot of their
Hat Man.
beds. The Hat Man. Yeah, like and the way that the ghosts make themselves known. There's a lot of patterns.
Yeah.
Even the way they got rid of the ghost, there's
Yeah.
this commonality there with like it being a priest, but of different religions. A Hindu priest
Oh,
does a saging or a clearing, a blessing
and
of
it
the house.
works.
A Catholic priest, and that is
Huh.
the thing that sets or helps them cross over or gets them to leave. I don't know.
So just a person of the church, any church.
Yeah, or
Someone,
Yeah.
something about that ritual, or I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just
someone affiliated with God.
He
Is all it
casts them
takes.
out.
And we're not even promoting anything like any specific religion, but that just seems to be a few of the
Mm.
stories we've heard. That's how it ends.
Huh. Do you
Just
think ghosts
because-
are evil? Do you think they have like bad
What we've been hearing.
intentions?
Probably some, but what we've been
Yeah.
hearing a lot is that it's like a lost soul that seems like they're stuck in a loop and might not
Uh-huh.
even really fully comprehend that they're dead.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like going kind of crazy. They want to
Huh.
make themselves known because they need help crossing over. That's a thing we've heard, or a theory that we've
So
heard.
it's like a skip in a record. It's like a record skip. It's like you need to go over and like put the needle on the right part of the record for it to like keep playing.
Yeah.
Beautiful analogy.
Kinda.
That actually is.
So maybe they're just like trying to get our attention because maybe they aren't trying to haunt us. They're just trying to get our attention so they can cross over.
I think that's what we've been hearing or
Yeah.
gathering. Yeah.
It's like someone on the side of the road with their car broke down. They like
Right.
need AAA.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, exactly.
That's exactly we were just talking to someone today and they were like the ghosts, they keep getting frustrated because they at sometimes can't understand why they can't communicate with you like they used to. So that's when they start smashing things or like pulling on your hair because they're
Mm.
just like, why aren't you paying attention to me? Like I need help, I'm confused. Like and they're
Ah.
just frustrated.
Because it
Oh,
sounds like they're
wow.
just being a dick, but it sounds like they might be trapped in a loop and they're like, why
Yeah.
can't you hear me and see me? Yeah.
Ah, so maybe they're just frustrated
Yeah.
because they need our
Yeah.
attention and
Even our
They wanna-
compassion extends even to the
The-
spirit world,
ghost
the ghost realm.
realm.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's good.
God.
God.
I mean, it's always good to have compassion for all things.
that's cool. You probably heard enough ghost stories to like find the common threads and
Yeah. Which
That's
I wasn't
pretty
really
cool.
expecting.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am left wanting to like talk to one of these priests who like cast
Yeah.
them
That
out
would
though.
be
I think that'd be
awesome.
pretty
Hopefully
interesting.
next season.
That'd
Or
be
a
awesome.
demonologist, which is probably the same thing.
We
I
should
actually
get
don't
into that. I don't
Yeah,
know either.
I'll have to Google it, but
Demonologist? Is that a
yeah,
thing?
or
Wow.
maybe that's just like a skill that priests have to
Oh.
cast out demons. I don't know. Don't quote me. I'm not an expert here, but yeah.
Wow.
Sean, if you could have one career within the ghost industry, what would it be?
Oh, what are the options?
Demonologist,
Okay.
priest,
Uh-huh.
Ghost whisperer,
ghost
Uh-huh.
whisperer, ghost inspector.
ghost
Ooh.
inspector.
I think I got is Ghostbuster on the table?
Why not?
Why
Okay.
I think it's like that's like kind of the same as a ghost hunter, right?
They do it all,
not?
right?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
feel like
Ghost Hunter sounds fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that
Ghost
too.
hunter. Yeah.
What are your answers? Do you have
We've never
I
thought of this
actually haven't
before.
thought about it.
Well, I turn the question back on to you.
What a
too.
good
Whoa.
interview,
What would you-
guys.
Whoa.
What would you choose?
Maybe I wonder what's the difference between a ghost whisperer and a ghost inspector and a ghost hunter.
We meant to ask Greg this.
Oh yeah, we didn't get around. We're gonna have Greg on next season. 'Cause
Ghost
there's just-
inspector Greg.
Greg's like a wealth of
yeah,
Yeah.
there was too much to cover in a short amount of
Right.
time. But I like the sound of ghost whisperer.
me too.
It
Yeah.
sounds nice, and it
I like
sounds
It sounds like,
that.
you know, you have a way with ghosts.
rather than like trying to
Yeah.
get out of here.
Like doesn't Caesar Milan like befriend the dogs to
Oh, yeah.
you know, like get on their wavelength?
Probably
That's probably what a ghost whisperer
like a
does.
dog
right?
whisperer, but for ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, like a pet. You could be a pet psychic.
You know
though.
what? A pet medium would be cool.
Oh,
to-
you'd be good at that.
to let people know what their little furry friends over the Rainbow Bridge are thinking and saying to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that for you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. What about you, Nicole?
Well, I think I'd want to be just a regular medium.
Okay.
Like I'm also connecting with that. Like
That's
how
hot.
sick to like it is hot, sexy.
Love it.
How cool to just be able to like connect with someone's loved one and like
yeah.
convey a message. I don't know. I guess we did chat with someone who was psychic, and I can't remember. I think she said that you can teach yourself how to have psychic abilities.
She believes we
Really?
all have it within us. It's just a matter of, I don't know, honing it, tuning into it. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I wonder if there's like ways you can sharpen that, or like, you know,
Yeah, she made
tune
it
into
sound
that
like
frequency. How do you practice?
We
We
didn't
did- we did.
really ask her.
Yeah, I like need a list because
Yeah.
it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to learn how people could do that.
Yeah.
For sure. By the way, shout out, Nicole made this really cute sweater, and it says, what does it say?
It says playing reminds you that you exist, and it has two
Aw.
horses frolicking in a field of wildflowers.
Thank you.
I love it. I love the art, the
it's
message.
very soft. She did the art illustration, made the sweater. She comes from a fashion design background, so I just wanted to shout it out. And she made it for me specifically for this podcast to remember to keep playing and creating. So thanks, Nicole.
Yeah, always follow the things that bring you joy.
Yeah.
Leah?
You too.
Leah-
You too.
Leah and Sean are amazing, and I'm really excited to get into some voicemails. I think.
Yes. So we brought Sean because he's great and we love him and he's our husband, but also because we thought he'd be a fun person to listen to these voicemails
Oh, I'm
with
excited.
and comment on them with. So yeah, let's put on our headphones.
Sweet.
We're excited for
Ghost
these
girls
headphones.
and ghosts boy.
Wow.
Okay. Ooh, good acoustics. Okay, let me play this first one. Sean, I think you heard this one, but I haven't listened to it all the way through.
Okay.
Hey, this is Felipe from Seattle,
Hey, Felipe.
Washington.
Hey.
I got a couple things that happened. This is like when I was like 13. I was living in LA and in some apartments. Just imagine the apartments that like Daniel from Karate Kid lived in. It was basically one of those little
Oh,
spots.
yeah.
So anyways, it's upstairs unit. I'm sitting in the living room on the couch with my friend. We're just like chilling, talking, whatever. And then we hear a scratching sound. So we stop talking and we keep hearing a scratching sound. And we finally kind of both look up at the wall, and we had like this frame that was kind of hanging by this like exposed little like string. So the string wasn't, it was on top of the photo. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does.
Anyway,
Mm.
but the screw that was holding that string in place and holding that photo up was turning counterclockwise
Oh.
slowly. And so we were like paralyzed, like this screw is moving on its own. And then I can hear my mom from the other side of the wall being like, "What is that? What are you guys doing?" She thought we were scratching the wall. I don't know. And then so we're just like staring at it because it's like, whoa, this is weird. And then in front of the photo, the frame, we had one of those lamps. This is like the late 90s.
Love
But
it.
so everyone had this lamp, but it's like this like long pole and it has a cone on the top and the bulb on top. And in
Yeah.
the middle of the pole, it has that little dimmer knob. So we had that lamp in front of it. And finally the screw falls off and the photo comes toward us, but it hits the lamp instead of us and then falls on the ground and shatters. So my friend and I just like dive onto the floor and like we thought we were going to be attacked by this frame. So my mom comes out and then we're like, like we all heard the same thing. So weird. I wish I still talked to that friend because like at least that would be my proof. Now I tell people this story, they're like, cool. And then one more quick thing that happened in the same apartment is that I was, you know what's funny? Maybe this friend was haunted because this
Oh.
happened with the same friend. He lived in the apartments as well. He lived right below. We were like making an egg. I don't know. It was like at night. And my
Just
older
making an
brother
egg
was
at
like
night.
gonna go with his
Oh, he got cut off. I forgot that there's a 3-minute limit.
Just making his night eggs.
Did he call?
I don't know. Let me see if he called again. I forgot that there's a limit.
I need to know what happened with the night
That's
egg.
so funny. Oh, I think he only left one message.
No.
You know what? I think I know this person from Instagram, like vaguely. So maybe I'll reach out and be like, "What's the egg story, Felipe?"
Yeah.
But that first one is insane.
Yeah, a floating picture frame. That's like
Matilda.
classic ghost textbook ghost.
Did he say what the picture was of? I didn't catch it.
No, I'd like to know that detail,
I'd be
but
curious.
that's crazy. Like, did you see the movie Matilda in the 90s?
Yeah.
Yes,
Or the-
fantastic.
remember the portrait
That's
of her dad
right.
floats off?
That's
Yeah.
Because she
she was using her mind to do it to scare Miss
To scare the
Trunchbull. But it just I
Trunchbull.
had that same visual from that movie. But
Mhm.
that is like really creepy.
Sean, what would you do? You're hanging out with your friend. You hear a scratching. You see that a screw
Yeah.
is unscrewed. Like, what would go through
Well, I
your
think
mind?
in that moment, like until your safety is a concern, like you're waiting to see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think it's immediately like let's get out of here. I think it's like
Right.
what's happening. You know.
You're leaning in.
I think I'm waiting to see what happens. What are you doing?
It'd be hard to not look at it,
Yeah.
but I think I would understand if someone screamed and ran out too. I'd probably freeze
Mhm.
and stare.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think I'd freeze and stare, and
Yeah.
I'd probably think that I was imagining it. I'd probably
Mhm.
just be like,
hmm
really staring at it to make sure I was looking out.
I would be talking too. I'd be like, "What is that?
Yeah.
What's happening?"
What's happening?
Wouldn't you be?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think sounds would
I
come out
probably would.
involuntarily?
I sometimes get really quiet when I'm terrified.
Yeah.
But I could also understand, be like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck?
I think my first instinct would be someone's fucking with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be like, someone's on the other side of the wall somehow.
Yeah.
I'd be like, this is a prank that like my sibling or
Yeah.
whatever is playing on me.
Totally.
Um,
Yeah, actually, maybe that would be your first instinct. Mine as well. It's like, someone's
Yeah.
messing with me. I probably think it was you messing with me.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think my first instinct would be like disbelief. It's
Mhm.
a prank. Then I'd be like curious, what's happening, and then I'd be either angry or scared.
Yeah.
I don't know why angry. Just
Fear can manifest that way because
Yeah.
it's like when you can't understand something, it kind of makes
Yeah.
you frustrated.
yeah.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
What do we think happened with his friend? He said they're not friends anymore.
and it's funny at the end he mentioned, oh, the second thing happened. Maybe this friend was haunted. Maybe that's why he's
Yeah.
not connected to him anymore.
Yeah.
Too many creepy things happened. I really want
You
to
should
hear
try
the
to get
egg
his
story.
friend on the show. What if this
Yeah.
is his whole life? What if he's like, I'm Ghost Inspector Greg,
Oh yeah.
and I grew up in
Oh.
the 90s
in the
in LA. and
Karate
Kid.
Kid apartment.
I like this guy's description of things. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
picture, because I guess, LA apartments in
Yeah.
the late 90s. That's an apt description of them.
And I knew exactly what kind of tall lamp he was describing with the dimmer in the middle of the pole. I was like, yeah, I remember
Yeah.
those. And the cone.
Right. So that was in front of the painting, and as it floated towards him, it hit that first. That's what he's saying,
I
right?
really want to know what the painting was of or the photo was
Me
of.
too.
It's a good point.
What if it was
yeah.
Mother Mary or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, creepy.
That was a good one.
That was a good
great.
That was a
story.
really good one.
I think we should also preface we haven't listened to these.
Oh my god, I meant
folks.
to say we haven't vetted these or listened to these.
So
which-
there might be a wackadoodle one.
Yeah, so I guess you'll either be along for the ride with us or we'll have to cut it out if it's diabolical.
Yeah, and if it is diabolical and it doesn't cut out, then we're all in it together.
And we're all in it together. But yeah, we haven't been good podcasters in terms of vetting these, but I'm sure they're fine.
How many do you have on there? Is it a lot?
It's one. Okay, so we just listened to one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, that's a good amount.
Yeah, and if we don't get to them all, it's fine.
Oh no, that's great.
I
mean,
also-
if you want to, I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
I'm also here for it.
All right, great. None of them are really all that long.
What was that person's name? Daniel?
That was Felipe
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, Felipe.
in Washington.
Thank you, Felipe. That was a really good story. And please let us know the night egg story.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
and are you still in touch with that friend? And has he?
And
has
why?
He had any more? Yeah, and why? And has he had any more hauntings?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
need
that's
to
a great
know.
question. And leave another voicemail. Okay. Here's one from
Hi, my name's Gina,
Oh, hi.
and my spooky story involves the fact that in high school, my parents moved us at the end of a literal dead-end road next to a cemetery on a bayou in the panhandle of Florida.
Oh, okay.
And I was a kid who thought cemeteries were super cool. What high school kid doesn't want to go trolling around the cemetery
True.
in the middle of the night? So within the first week of us moving in, I obviously went and walked around the cemetery during the day and found a bunch of old graves of a bunch of children who had died within the same 6-month period.
Oh,
They were some of the oldest graves in the cemetery, and it was really sad because they were clearly not well taken care of. My assumption was there must have been some kind of small pandemic or disease that affected children historically in the town. And I felt bad for them. So I thought that I would come back and put some flowers, some candles, some things on the graves.
that's so nice.
But of course, being a teenager, I decided to come back at night. And during the day, The bayou was just pretty calm, the cemetery pretty calm. But because it was on a bayou in Florida, sometimes it was so humid that a fog would roll in and the cemetery could look very spooky. Went on a night where it was a little eerie. And I remember when I walked into the cemetery at night, after dark, after sunset, probably past 10 o'clock, I felt.
Oh, so I think she might have left a part 2. Let's
Okay,
see.
good. I guess
I might have to find a new. She did. I
Okay,
might have to
thank
find a new
God.
voicemail
it's
situation.
on the edge of my seat. She's like, the fog's rolling
I
in.
know.
So it is kind of hard to leave tell a story in 3 minutes. Okay, here we go. Part 2.
This is Gina again, finishing the small cemetery on the bayou haunting story. So I went into the cemetery after dark, after like 10 o'clock, and I had in a little bag some flowers, some little candles. But when I walked into the cemetery, I felt like someone was watching me. And this is
I know
at
that feeling.
a literal dead end of the street, which was a great joke.
Oh,
But
get
there's the end of the bayou, 2 houses, my parents' house and one other house, and the cemetery. And there is nothing across the street. And it is a very short street on the bayou. And I looked around and there was obviously no one there. So I kept walking through the cemetery toward the back corner where these children's graves were, kept feeling like I was being watched, kept feeling this negative presence. And then as soon as I placed the first candle on one of the children's graves, the feeling went away.
Oh.
And to this day, I've never felt a bad feeling in any cemetery I've ever gone in, after dark or not.
Oh.
And I always find them very peaceful.
I do too.
And so I believe that there are spirits that watch over cemeteries to protect and make sure people are not going to do bad things. I don't believe cemeteries are haunted because most people don't die in them. And most places that are haunted because of a traumatic experience. But I do think there are spirits that watch over.
Oh.
Oh, okay, sorry. I guess that was it.
I thought she
It's
was
so
really
funny.
choosing her words.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, I
watch
thought she was
over-
like searching for
They're
it.
all like cliffhangers.
Yeah.
I know, this is so funny. What was her name? I'm just gonna check. really
Gina.
quick. Gina.
Gina.
Thank you, Gina, in Florida for the bayou. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. It
How'd that resonate with
brought
you?
a little tear to my eye.
That was sweet.
Just like what a kind soul Gina is, like
She was a
seeing
kind
those
soul.
graves and like her first thought being like, I wanna care for them because they look forgotten.
That's really sweet, and I
Mhm.
like that. The spirit was like, "Oh, you respecting this? Okay, we're
Mhm.
cool."
Yeah, like got a free pass forever at
Yeah,
cemeteries.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Kind of, I would be kind of upset with my parents if they bought a house next to a cemetery.
My parents did.
Did they
Well,
really?
it wasn't right next to it. It was down the street, but
Oh.
I could walk to a cemetery growing up.
Huh.
Yeah,
I wonder if houses are cheaper if they're like next to cemeteries.
maybe.
That's a really good question.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
think
a
I would
really
think
good
they
question.
should be, right?
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
it boosts real estate values,
I also don't think that.
right?
What is your guys' relationship with cemeteries? Like, did you go hang out in them when you were
Never.
younger?
No.
Never.
I try to avoid them.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They're a bummer.
Do you feel sad?
Unless I'm seeing a movie at Cinespia
Oh, yeah, that's
and there's
amazing.
That's
and we're
fun.
drinking beers on a picnic blanket and watching
Beautiful.
Big Lebowski. That's different, but
I love cemeteries.
You love.
There's practically one in the backyard growing up. But yeah, and it was a really beautiful one, and it was a very well kept one. My brother and I went there all the time. We used to take our dog there growing up. We pick up our shit. We don't let our shit on graves. But I still think about it. My parents sold my childhood home, but I remember right before they sold it, I was able to take Betsy, my current dog, to run through it, and
Aw.
it's always just good vibes. I like to think that the dog is spreading joy to the dead.
Yeah.
And I still sometimes go to Forest Lawn with Betsy and we just walk around.
That's a beautiful cemetery.
Yeah.
how far away was the cemetery from your house and how many graves would you say were in it? Like, was it a
Ooh.
big one?
I'm bad with numbers, but I'd say it's mid-size. It was pretty big, actually. And I could walk there within a good 5 minutes.
Oh,
So it
okay.
wasn't like directly on my street, but one street over and up the hill. I don't know if I took you there.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. You only saw my childhood home once right before it sold. But
That's
yeah.
right.
So anyway, that's my relationship to them.
Do you ever go at night?
I never had the instinct to go at night. It was always a daytime thing for me.
What mood do you have to be in to want to go to a cemetery, do you think?
That's a great
That's
question.
a good question.
For me, curious or needing quiet.
Mm. It's yeah. It's
what are
definitely
two
quiet.
different moods. And I feel like I've gone to a cemetery for both reasons, like out of curiosity, like maybe like thrill seeking, but then also like needing a quiet place to not be perceived.
Yeah.
Go sitting by a gravestone. It feels kind of, I don't know. I agree with you. It always felt kind of safe to me.
It's kind of peaceful to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been too creeped out. I guess if there was like a really run down one and it was at night, I could see
Yeah.
that being scary.
I definitely, when I've been to New Orleans, the
Mm.
cemeteries there, because of they can't put the bodies underground.
the mausoleum.
The pure architecture of it has a different vibe to me. Like I think that is those are those few cemeteries I've been in that I didn't feel totally at peace in.
That tracks. Yeah.
But also still my interest was piqued. Like they're
Yeah.
so fascinating.
it is cool. Well, great. Should we do
Gina,
another?
thank you. Can
Yeah,
someone
thanks,
hand me
Gina.
that Coca-Cola?
Yeah,
over
of
there?
course. Thank you so much for sharing, Gina.
Gina, that was incredible. And thank you for doing that to the kids.
For the kiddos. A couple from New York here. Okay.
So this one probably isn't very exciting or anything, but I was in my school bathroom, okay, and I heard random knocking,
Mm.
and it just wouldn't stop, and nobody believes me that it happened. Again, not very exciting, but I wanted to help.
Oh.
I wanted to help.
First of all, we need to get her on the show.
I actually like immediately was like, why do I love this person?
Yeah, I love this.
Why do I love this
person.
sweet, gentle soul?
You
It sounds like she's
so
hiding
cool.
somewhere.
I know. I'm like, she's like under her desk
Yeah,
at work.
yeah, it sounds like that.
So fun.
She's like,
That is spooky. I mean, imagine being at school and hearing that. That'd be
Yeah.
kind of like a
I mean, yeah, that's terrifying.
Isn't knocking one of the ghosts?
Absolutely.
It is.
Like a thread.
I think that's the most common like expression we've heard. Everyone, even if they had crazier experiences, they always said it started with knocking.
Started with knocking. Yeah, no one else in the bathroom. That's pretty terrifying.
School bathrooms also weird energy in there.
Mm-hmm.
All at least for me, like in high school.
yeah.
I don't know, different.
That tracks. Okay.
Thank you for that.
Thank you. I don't know if I caught your name. She didn't share it, and that's okay. Here we go. Another one.
Hi, my name is Bo. Love the intro. So
Hi,
cute.
Bo.
I didn't really see anything. However, the other day I was in the kitchen cleaning. I immediately grabbed a knife from the drawer, ducked down, and pointed upwards, and it was like a half a second moment. Goosebumps over my entire body. I was fully ready to defend my life, and nothing was there. So,
Oh.
What?
I don't know, just a very intense reflex, and was feeling a little out of it for the next few hours. So kind of cool. Bye.
That's your friend Bo, right?
That's my best friend Bo. Oh my
That's
god.
so
I did not know
funny.
he was calling in. Oh my
That's-
god.
Wait, I wonder. So he just had this gut instinct to protect himself,
Yeah, sounds like it.
but he didn't know. But he didn't see. So he must have like. I wonder if he saw like something as peripheral and just grabbed a knife and then ducked down and realized there's nothing there. I don't know.
That's what it sounds like. Like
Yeah.
he was just casual in his kitchen, got this like crazy instinct,
Whoa.
grabbed the knife, pointed it up.
Damn.
That's a wild story.
Does the story track with your knowledge of Bo? Does this like fit with his personality? Or are you surprised by it?
I'm a little surprised.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna have to text him afterwards.
Yeah.
So funny. We need more info.
I need more info. And he said he was feeling off for like
A few
hours after.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But he also, I know this because I've been to his apartment. It's like a very old New York City apartment building. So I feel like similar to some of these like LA apartment buildings, like they just like old bones, like hold history.
Old
like
bones.
old bones.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing, Bo.
Bo, that was
I
such a good
love
story.
it.
I can't wait to ask him for more details.
Ooh, there's one from Kansas City. I wonder if it's someone you know, Nicole.
Oh, we'll see.
Let's see.
Hey, Haunt Line. So my name is Melanie Mockabee. I
hi.
used to work in Tujunga Village, which is in Studio City.
Oh yeah.
It's got a lot of like local lore. Like Robert Blake actually killed his wife or didn't kill his wife or his date in the Vitello's parking lot, which was across the street from where I worked. And just the buildings in that area are like 100 years old. So there's a lot of, energy and ghost stories and like weird shit that has gone on. But I worked at the gelato bar, which is no longer there. It was a coffee place and gelato place. So even when I came in, when I was hired, the people that had been working there were like, just so you know, there is a ghost. And it was kind of like a sleepy mom and pop place. And we were frequently there would be times of the day when there was just like nobody.
They're
Pause
like,
it.
you got the job.
We're-
By the way.
No, that is really funny to slip that
Now
in
the-
after.
Yeah.
Also, a ghost haunting a gelato shop is so funny to
That
me.
is really funny. That's a sitcom.
Would you lean in as a business and be like, ghost gelato?
Absolutely.
Like, as a part of the
You'd
experience?
sell
All
so
the
much more
flavors are like,
gelato.
you know, haunted huckleberry.
Coconut Casper.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so funny. I love it.
I can't think of
Oh,
any
don't worry
other
about it. No
haunted
pressure.
flavor.
She's like, I can't think of a ghost flavor. Spooky pumpkin. I don't know.
That is really funny to get a job and they're like, by the
By
way,
the way.
Yeah. By the way, oh, congratulations.
You're not
By the
alone.
way,
Yeah.
you have a coworker.
Yeah.
Would you guys still take the job?
Yeah, depends on. I don't think there's a lot of jobs in Tujunga Canyon. I think it's like the gelato shop and the leather store. I think it's like a little, like a village, right?
Thanks. I don't really know.
Now I want to go see the area she's talking about.
I
Me
do too.
That's so funny. Let's see what else happened.
By the way,
Oh, yeah.
12 years ago, a little boy fell in the ice cream maker and his soul hasn't left.
And his soul
What
is
a-
trapped here. Oh, and he loves strawberry. Remember that. Leave it out for midnight.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
no, that's so funny. Don't lock the doors. Here we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Back.
Spooky gelato shop.
And there were only 2 people working, so it could get a little creepy, you know, like it would get quiet and it would just be the 2 of you. And
Oh
there
my
was a
God.
lot of like little phenomena that could be easily explained, like, oh, some dishes fell over, or the door shut on its own, or like
Classic.
whatever. But there were a couple of instances that were definitely like, okay, it's a real thing.
Mm.
So it was like 7:30 in the morning.
Oh.
And there had been a little bit of a rush, but
At 7:30 in the morning?
at this
A rush
point,
at the
like I
gelato
said, it was
shop
a
at
mom and pop
7:30?
Well, they have
place.
coffee too.
There
Quick!
hadn't
Oh,
been
right.
anybody in the store for like 20 minutes. And my manager and I were actually sitting in the back in the kitchen, just waiting because there was like a buzzer on the door so you could hear when people came in. So we would just kind of chill in the back. And we had not been, like I said, not been out for like 20 minutes. And I just kind of happened to walk out, and there was this station where people got their creams and sugars and their swizzle sticks and whatever. And it had these 2 vases on either side of it with like these fake flowers. Like I said, there was nobody in the store. We had not been.
Everything gets cut off. I'll have to find a new.
Right.
Right.
It's always when it's building at the
And then the
peak.
door opened and
And then I turned and looked around and then
Oh no.
no, what did she call back?
I don't know. Like
And
I'll
then-
find a better system for
try to
next
call
season.
her. Try to call her now. Try to call her live.
What if I did? I
Get her,
might.
get her on the phone and be
Um,
like, listen, you're on the air. What
there's-
happened in the gelato shop when you heard the little bell?
I'm gonna call her because there's not another message from her.
I think it's worth a
Can I
shot.
do a live call? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
What if I left a message?
you should.
Hi, you've reached Melanie Maccabee. Leave
Melanie.
your number and I'll get back with you. Thanks. Bye.
Hi, Melanie. This is Leah Richardson from the Haunt Line, which is a spooky hotline for a podcast called Ghost Girls. Thank you so much for your message. It was about the spooky gelato shop. It was really such a cool story. Unfortunately, because of my voicemail limit, it cut off at the 3-minute mark. Right when it was, what was the cliffhanger?
You were approaching the creamer stand and
So, yeah, and that's where it cut off. So I guess our point is we would love to hear the rest of your story if you'd be
Yeah.
willing to call back and leave a part 2, or just give me a call back in general. Or you can even
Yeah,
text me.
we are calling you live on air right now. So if you do get this, text.
Oh yeah, we're live on the
Soon.
air, and just give us a text if you can. 213-369-0924. That is the Hans line number. Thanks again for calling. Bye-bye.
Oh my God, I love your voice.
Really? Was that awkward?
I don't think so.
I always think voicemails are awkward.
Do you guys have a jingle or a melody for the haunt line?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
It's so good.
Oh,
I mean, it's not the best like audio quality.
She
but
played it for me and I thought it was like a robot.
let's hear it.
I did like, the Siri voice kind of. Let's see.
Hello, you've reached the Haunt Line. Got a ghost story? Please leave us a message with your supernatural, spooky, or unexplainable encounter, whether it happened to you or someone you know. If you'd like to stay anonymous, just leave out your name. We can't wait to hear your story.
Bad quality.
It's nice. I love it.
Woo!
And then I
My
tried
favorite
to be I
part.
tried to be a ghost.
That was you at the end.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's really funny.
Anyway, this is my work phone, so this is kind of a hilarious use for it. But we
Aw.
got one more voicemail, and I think
Oh wow.
Only one more?
well, we have.
Oh, it could it be Melody? No, different
It's
number.
It's from Georgia,
Oh,
and
okay.
actually, I think this person commented
Hmm.
on my post and said I got cut off, and I'm pretty sure it was this
Oh,
woman.
Oh, great.
This is the last one.
Yeah, but I have. You know what though? Don't worry. There's more. We can
Okay.
we have two options. We can either read. Some people just wanted to share in the comments what their
Mm.
stories are on TikTok
Oh,
and
that'd be
Instagram.
fun.
So I could read
Yeah.
comments, or I got a facial from my esthetician who wishes to remain anonymous. She does not need your business. I'm just kidding. But she wanted to stay anonymous because she's seen a bunch of ghosts. So while I was getting a facial, I asked if I could interview her and record her. And so I recorded, she told 4 ghost stories that I could play for us as well.
Amazing.
Just her voice. So yeah.
Love it.
Here's our final.
Before
Go
we go to
ahead,
the next one,
please.
and any thoughts on Melanie's?
Oh, yeah,
Do we
yeah,
do we
yeah.
have any predictions of what we thought was gonna happen?
Yeah.
I don't really have any.
The
I
mint
don't
chip
know.
goes missing.
It could be anything.
What do other
So-
podcasts do? They not have a limit on the voicemails. But anyway, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know. It whatever happens, it takes place near the swizzle sticks, right?
I think so. Probably what do you think? She sees things maybe knocking over, something
Yeah.
with a door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's going on.
I think ghosts, right, aren't that strong, right? When it comes to moving stuff in the physical world.
Oh no,
right?
no. They're strong.
Well, in the movie
Really?
Ghost, he had
Yeah.
to learn how to use his
Right.
build up ghost strength.
Build up ghost.
But I
strength.
don't know if that's true of
Go to the ghost gym and so my prediction is something with the swizzle sticks.
Sean thinks swizzle sticks.
I think so. I think they jump out.
Ooh.
They're thrown about the shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you. I'm going.
I'll co-sign on that.
Swizzle stick.
Okay. You think swizzle sticks?
Swizzle sticks.
Yeah. Hopefully we hear back from Melanie in the next bit.
And I have a feeling it was a little kid, and I have a
Hmm.
feeling, or a teenager, and I have a feeling that she's going to learn the story and the history of the gelato shop and who died there. So
Mhm.
that's my prediction.
Mhm.
This next voicemail message is only 35 seconds, so I don't know how much ground they cover. But here we go. Oh, this is a scam call. It says, I'm reading the transcription. Authorize the payment of $999 for the recent order of Apple
Now
iPhone
that's
16 Pro.
scary.
That is
That's
not. I kind of wish it was
terrifying.
playing because it sounds hilarious. Anyway, we'll move on because it's not. I don't think it's
That
meant
was
to
the one
be.
from Georgia.
Yeah, that's one. This is a bop.
This is the scam call.
Yeah. Where's the message? I can read the transcription. Anyway.
Authorize the payment of $999 for the recent order of Apple iPhone.
That is terrifying. Thank you for your call in. Well,
Those were fun.
those are really fun.
I hope you get a lot more voicemails.
I hope so too. I only put the post up a few dadays ago, so I'm
Yeah.
shocked I got any.
It's great.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll let people know right now that you can call 213-369 damn sheet 0924 to leave a message, or you could email us if you prefer to write in ghostgirlspod@gmail.com.
Yeah, you said you got some posts. Some people wrote.
Yeah,
some...
do you want to
Should
read
we
the
try it?
comments?
Why
Let's read the
not?
comments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can take turns.
That sounds fantastic. Those calls were good. I did really like. I like Bo's knife story.
Yeah.
The screw one's
The
great.
screw one's pretty epic. Yeah.
pretty epic.
Mm.
Here's a really long one.
I like the direction Melanie's was going.
I know, me too. I'm sorry that
Of course, the school bathroom too.
Mm-hmm.
there was a ghost at my dad's barbecue restaurant I managed that turns on. No, it's really
There's
funny.
another ghost.
A
in the
barbecue
workplace.
ghost. I can't really understand how they wrote this. Turns on light up cups at night and messes with me. Okay. Well, I'll have to ask them to elaborate.
That was it.
That was it. A lot of the comments, I don't know how good these will be. Some of them are really long. I'll read the longer ones. Not sure if one of us is haunted or not, or if it's just the draw of a bad card, but the house we live in is haunted and everyone has seen shadows, heard voices, and had objects move like cabinets opening and closing, our sinks turning on full blast, very common one.
Mhm.
It's more annoying than scary. I wish I could just be like, oh, whoops, I'm insane, but I guess I can't since everyone in the house has had something happen to them too.
Wait, I have a story.
Sean.
Okay, so
Amazing.
okay, years ago, you know this, Lee, but I'll tell you, Nicole.
Okay.
So it was Halloween night. My mom was maybe I was just born.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. 86 Halloween.
Good year.
So I must be like 3 months old. I
Okay.
think that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Anyways, Halloween night, she smells something horrendous under the house. She tells my dad, she's like, something's going on. You got to go. It's probably a possum or a raccoon or something died under the house. You got to go check it out. And he goes in the crawl space and he has a flashlight and he comes across a bloated corpse of a woman who hung herself under the house. She'd been there for like, I don't know, 2 weeks. She was bloated, purple, distended, gross. It was the landlord who had a drug problem. She was in a rehab. She escaped from the rehab and hung herself under the house. And when he saw the body, he let out a sound that my mom said she'll never be able to forget. Like it was like like something came out or entered into him.
Yeah.
And so his sister, my aunt, has a theory that like there was like a soul like swap or like that something entered, because then he had like for years after he started using drugs and all these things to cope with like the trauma of that event. And he said for years after, he would see shapes and shadows out of the peripheries of his vision. And he described it as the movie Ghost, like the dark shadows in that movie. He said it was like that, where like he would see like dark shadows like out of the corners of his vision for years.
You're kidding.
Isn't that crazy? And so we think his sister, who's like Misty Woo Woo, thinks that like he was like maybe possessed or something in that moment, where like there was like some kind of demonic energy that entered into him that led to his drug abuse and seeing shadows in his vision for years after.
Yeah, because he didn't have a drug problem before that event.
Yeah.
So that I wonder.
That would fuck you up.
That would fuck you up.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's interesting because
It's one thing to see a dead body. It's another thing to see a 2-week-old dead body
under your corpse home.
And not imagine expecting a possum.
Oh my God.
And then seeing your landlord.
Yeah. Someone that you knew.
Yeah.
That's so traumatic.
So wild.
Fucking crazy.
I forgot about that. That is kind of like a ghost story of sorts.
Kind of.
It's so spooky. Did your mom have to sage? Did they ever sage the basement?
Oh yeah, tons of sage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my mom was pretty quick to like,
Wow. You know, Christina Cardwell was on, and she talked about being part of a ghost hunting team, and something definitely followed them home from this old haunted mill, and she described something similar to what you described, which was seeing shadowy figures in her peripheral that followed her for years until they finally went away. So that's interesting. That's
interesting.
Another commonality.
Yeah, another common manifestation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
my jaw was on the ground the entire time you were telling that story for all the audio listeners.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
I can't believe you. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing that. Anything weird happened in the house after that, or just like
it just always had kind of like a low-key dark energy.
It did.
Well, yeah.
I lived there too.
Oh, the apartment?
The old apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no hauntings or anything. I mean, remember that hallway? We had the longest hallway. It was at night. It was always kind of scary,
Creepy.
right?
It was like The Shining, the long, narrow, dark
Yeah.
hallway.
Yeah.
And we were on the side of the building that didn't really get sunlight, so there was a little. It's weird. It had good cozy vibes and dark vibes at the same time.
At the same time,
Yeah.
It was like they were at war with each other.
Yeah, the good and the light was always fighting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Wow, I could tell her about the death house.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's necessarily a ghost story though.
That's pretty. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There's ghosty elements to it.
Oh, definitely. This is a great story.
Tell me.
So we moved to the woods, as you know, got a little cabin in the woods a few hours outside of LA. And when we first moved in during the pandemic, we pretty much spent our pandemic there.
Mm-hmm.
And when we first moved there, we have this neighbor. I guess I'll change the name, Daria. I'm just gonna call her Daria. And she cleans houses. And she didn't really have a phone, so she would just kind of pop by and knock on the door and just kind of show up a lot, unprompted, unexpected. And one day she just, knocked on the door and was like, hey, I might have a gig for you. You looking for extra work? And I don't know if it's my mentality from being in the city for so long and having to do so many things to stay afloat that I just have that mentality of like, oh, I'd never say no to an opportunity for work.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I might have a gig for you. Do you want to help me clean this Airbnb up the road? It's easy money. And I was like, I don't know. She just, because it was in the moment and I'm too nice, I was like, sure, I could. Well, let's talk about it, And then she was like, okay, great. Yeah, let's meet up tomorrow and I'll take you down there. It's super easy. Like, it's an Airbnb. You don't even have to change the sheets or anything. And I was like, I want to change the sheets.
You don't?
Yeah. Oh, and then here was a kind of a funny detail. I was like, oh, and how much is it? And she said 20. And I thought she meant 20 an hour. I was like, oh, 20 an hour. She's like, no, just 20.
Just $20.
And she's like, but you don't have to change the sheets. And I was like, we're going to change the
Was she
sheets.
implying just like keep the dirty sheets on?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at least that's my impression. Or maybe she meant like,
she'd take that on.
she might have meant leave a pile on, I don't know. But
20 bucks.
$20. So then I was like, shit, what did I just say yes to? I thought it was 20 an hour. And like, oh, it's $20 for like a 4-hour cleaning or something. And then she was like, I'll see you. Oh, we'll meet up tomorrow at 11. And then she told me which house it was. And she was like, I'll see you at the death house.
Oh.
And she called it. And then I was like, wait a minute. Why is it called the death house? And then she explains to me why it's called. And like, I did not know this information ahead of time. She was like, well, like in 2000, so now 25 years ago, in the year 2000, there was a couple living here. It was a German lady. There was this man and his wife who was this pretty woman from Germany. And I guess she was having an affair and fooling around with the handyman. And then eventually she fell in love with the handyman and she left her husband to be with the handyman, and she got to stay in their house with the handyman with their dog. And
the husband left.
And the husband left. He went out, got his own place, but it was up the road. And if you live in our neighborhood, there's only one road out. Like, so every day he was forced to drive past his old house every day, being reminded and tormented by like, oh, my old life is there. My wife is there with her new man and my dog, just every day tormented by this, has to drive past it to go to work every day. I'm like, move to a different neighborhood.
Yeah, move, dude.
Why did you buy a
Right.
house like
Yeah.
6 doors up or whatever?
Yeah.
Anyway, and so constantly and then one day he just lost it and he murdered the handyman, shot their dog, which feels really unnecessary.
Oh,
Like, you like how I'm prioritizing the
I
dog.
hate that.
And then shot himself. So it was a murder-suicide.
Oh my God.
Big bloodbath, and a pretty well-known story in the area. And then I did meet a nurse who doesn't live on our street, but I think her mother does. And she was like checking on the property or something. And so we met her briefly and she knew the story. And she was like, oh yeah, I remember when it happened. The ghost of that German lady, I saw her flying past.
No.
The day that it happened.
No.
And she's like, I'll never forget. And then Daria, let's call her Daria, the woman who cleans this house, is like, oh yeah, my dogs won't go to the basement. And when I bring them over while I'm cleaning, they just sit and they bark at that basement door. And no animals will go into it because apparently it's haunted. So that's the death house story. And then you know what I did? I said, you know what, Daria, I'm actually too busy building this digital marketing business. I don't think I need the extra $20 right now. So yeah.
That's a crazy story.
It's a crazy story, right? So it kind of is a little more true crime than ghosty, but
you live.
We live down the street. But you know what? I've walked by it probably hundreds of times. I've never really felt anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if Betsy didn't want to go in that basement.
It is interesting that dogs won't go in that room. Makes me think, like, are there dog ghosts?
Maybe.
Oh, that's a good question.
I don't know.
Yeah. Apparently it's the house with the best view on the street too.
It's got a great view.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kind of a weird metaphor.
Yeah.
But that's an insane story.
It's an insane story. The death house.
I think I have one story to contribute
Please.
as well. A death house story. You really unlocked this memory in me. I'm from Iowa, and growing up, my parents were looking for a new house. So I was young, like 9 years old. So we were going around doing the house tours thing for houses that were for sale. And I remember vividly, we went to this house in the same neighborhood that we were currently living in. And it was like bigger and had this corner lot. And I would never forget it. It just had this ominous vibe to it. Had gargoyles on the corners of the roof, which just was like, didn't match anything. It was just like weird dark energy. And we go in and it's for sale by owner. And the person like who was giving us the tour is the dad, and he is like a pretty well-known lawyer in the area, and he's giving us a tour of the house. And I remember immediately as a child, not knowing really what was going on, not knowing anything about this guy, getting the worst vibes and like feeling itchy, like I needed to get out of there, just like immediately, just like not being aware of what these feelings meant, but knowing that I hated him and I did not like the house.
Yeah.
My parents actually ended up being pretty interested in that house, and I think they like were in communication with him. And then one day, like I think it's a few weeks after after we did that tour. We turned on the news and he hired a hitman and killed his entire family in the house.
You'll need to unlock your iPhone. I'm so sorry. Wow, Siri, rude.
And that's the end of the story. But I'll never forget that dark vibe I got from that guy. And I had no idea, and I hated the house, and I was just like, I need to get out of here.
You have some strong premonitions, I've noticed.
Wait, so he was selling the house before he hired a hitman to kill his family?
Mm-hmm. And he was doing it all for life insurance. So I think that like there were probably some like underlying financial woes that he was trying to resolve by any means necessary. But I don't know. It was just like such a weird experience. And then like my parents were like, oh my God, that's so weird. We like met that guy. I spent like an hour with him touring his home. But yeah, I drive past that. My mom lives really close to that house. I drive past it every time I'm back visiting her. Wow. And I also call that the death house.
The death house. We all have one.
Yeah. Wow. What is it with these vibes? Like, do we think that's the paranormal, or is it just like human intuition? Like kind of picking up on that, you know?
Yeah, you're good at that, right? You're good at like
that.
Feeling out bad energy, aren't you?
Our friend Britt Schmidt, who has told the story publicly, so I think it's fine for me to share. She has a bit of that. She was driving past, what's that like famous lingerie store on La Brea?
Trashy.
I think it's like, it might be called Trashy something. Anyway, it's famous. I think it's in like a pink building. It's like been around forever.
Is it Trashy Lingerie?
It might be called Trashy Lingerie. I'll have to look it up. But she was driving past it on La Brea, and she just had this really uneasy feeling like, oh, something really bad is happening there right now.
I heard about this.
You heard about this, and she like knew that something. She just drove by and was like, "Whew, that's dark. Something's happening there." But she just kept driving because that's just okay. Could just be a weird feeling. And then later, like this news story broke that woman's she has two sons, two full-grown sons. The owner of this lingerie shop, I think they also live there. And like her one of her sons was trying to kill her, and the other son wanted to in an attempt to protect his mom, shot and killed his brother to stop his brother from trying to murder his mom. And this whole debacle went down, and it was just interesting that our friend just had this like strong feeling of something dark happening there.
Jesus, this was at the lingerie store?
Yeah, because I think they also live like in the top floor of it, and then the bottom floor is the shop or something.
That was recent. I heard about that on
pretty
the news.
recent, like maybe 6 months ago. I don't know.
Whoa.
But anyway, sorry, I don't even know if I should have shared that, but it was just those strong intuitions. Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. You definitely have it.
Yeah. I feel like, because the other day we were at the gas station. We were just a guy walking, like normal looking guy, but we just immediately look at each other and we're like, that guy has the scariest energy, like just darkness. And then he like gave us this like crazy, I don't know,
menacing look. Like, but after like we just were like, oh, that guy has bad vibes. And it's almost like he just locked in on us in that moment. It was like, yes, I do. But with his eyes,
What do you think happens to people that gives them dark energy?
I think it's their intent. When someone has a malintent, I think you can feel that. Like, if you're around someone who's mad at you and you can feel that shift, you're like, there's something besides love exuding from that person.
That's so true.
I think maybe that's that. Because I feel like, do you experience that, Sean, when you're around someone who's like maybe not happy with you? Do you feel that?
Yeah, well, I mean, like not in my personal life really, but like a stranger on the street. Like it's hard to know. Like usually it's drugs, like in LA, when I experience like negative energy, usually it's just someone strung out on like methamphetamines. Yeah. Where I'm like, I don't feel safe right now. This is like chaotic energy.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to remember like any examples in my personal life where like someone I know well all of a sudden has like, something possesses them and I don't feel safe. I don't think that's ever happened to me though. So.
Wow. So we've talked about the death house.
We've listened to the amazing voicemails.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for everyone who called in. Thank you for Sean Michael Hamron.
Oh, this was great.
Thank you for being here and for sharing your story as well.
Well, of course.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you.
I love you.
This has been another episode of Ghost Girls.
It's a podcast where we try to figure out more about what it means to be alive by thinking a lot about death.
Thinking about death. And until next time, stay curious.
Stay curious.
Yay. Bye.
Cute.
Footsteps fading down the hall, paintings moving on my wall, chills that wrap around my spine, trapped between the threads of time.